Hey guys, Steven here, and in just 21 days of working together, we helped this renovation and general contracting business on the North Shore of Vancouver close $140,000 worth of projects. And I'm going to show you exactly how we did it, the processes and frameworks for which we generated the results, and exactly how he got them. These results are not very typical of our clients, but I wanted to give a huge shout out to Grant for being able to close these projects, especially with the current state of the markets. He did a great job, and I wanted to showcase exactly what we did for him, the systems that we put into place to be able to generate these type of results and how he did it. Let's get right into the video. How Grant closed $140,000 of organic renovation projects in the first 21 days of working together. He didn't spend a single dollar on ads, didn't change his entire business model, or spent hours trying to accomplish this himself. As you can see here, this is a quick screenshot from his HubSpot CRM. The rest of the information is blurred out for obvious reasons, confidential client information. But you can see there's two deals that are closed in the last 21 days of working together for $70,000 each, totaling $140,000 in closed projects since we started working together. Before we get into the processes, frameworks, and thinking behind what actually resulted in this, I want to talk about who this is for, because it's not for everybody. If you're watching this right now, the chances are this might not be for you, and you might not get the same results if you implement the exact same processes in your business. This is specifically for home service businesses that do great work for their customers and want to continue and grow and scale. Okay, it's not for somebody who just starting out their business a couple months ago. They don't have a predictable process for generating client results. It's for businesses doing between 3 to 10 million a year in revenue. Now, I do take on clients doing, that $1 to $3 million range, but ideally we've seen the best results come from that $3 to $10 million range who are already established, right? They care about their brand and the type of customers that they get. It's not just for somebody who they're kind of meandering about their business. They don't really take a look at the type of customers that get the best results with them. They don't care about their brand, how they portray themselves. You're currently not getting the type of results that you want from your marketing efforts. So you got to be generating some type of traffic. You got to have a website, some systems already in place, but it's just not working the way that you need it to. And so the reason why this worked is because Grant was already generating some traffic, right? He already had marketing systems set up. He already had a website. He already had a house profile, which you'll see in a second here, but it just wasn't optimized fully for conversions. So let's get into some context about Grant and his company. We started working with him at the end of September. Before that, he had, and I should say has, a renovation company and new builds. And he was only generating leads from referrals with little coming in organically, but he still had some traffic. He had the marketing set up like a website, house account, reviews, Google business profile, but just nothing was working like it should. So Grant does amazing work for his clients and always gets them the results that they're looking for. His problem was not creating an exceptional product. His problem was communicating his already exceptional product. And I'll say that again. His problem was not creating an exceptional product and generating client results, building their dreams. His problem was communicating his already exceptional product. People that we get on sales calls with and discovery calls, this is what they think, is that they can have a bad product, they can have something that doesn't generate consistent results for their clients and still do marketing and get great results. That is just not the case, okay? In that case, marketing is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone, right? It's not gonna do anything. Marketing for a company that has a bad product might be a short-term fix to get you some leads, but in the end, it's just not going to fix the problem. And so ultimately, the clients that get the best results with us, and if you implement these things for your own business and you get great results for your clients, it's going to work great for you. So let's go over the process, okay? This is our 14-day onboarding process for our clients, what we did with Grant. And it's very, very important and foundational because it sets the tone for the results that we're going to get going forward. The 14-day onboarding process that we do and the tasks that are done in this stage are pivotal because it's optimizing all the systems. It's doing what needs to be done. And so in the first 7 days, what we're doing is getting our clients into a private Slack channel with us, scheduling out a 1-hour onboarding call to ensure a smooth start. So that 1-hour onboarding call is really when we get into the meat and potatoes of your clientele. And we talk about the revenue that these projects bring in, what's the scope of these projects, and really we're looking at getting higher paying projects. So things typically above $40,000 to $50,000, because getting one of those leads is going to be worth a lot more than just, the project that's $2,000 or $3,000. Day 7 to 10, we're taking that information from the onboarding call and implementing it, right? So we're taking we record and transcript the onboarding call so that we have all the information documented. We're taking that, and then we're going to the website and any other marketing channels that you use to optimize it, right? Based on the information that we got in that onboarding call. And we're going to get into that in 1 second. Day 10 to 14, we're really just making small tweaks to the website and your other marketing systems based on the feedback that I get. Making corrections to spelling errors, that sort of thing. How do we attract clients to the website? Okay. So there's really 2 parts to converting more clients when it comes to your website. 1, getting more traffic to it. So a higher volume of people that see it. 2, you want to convert more of those visitors. So how do we attract the clients? First, we got to find out who we're attracting. And this happens in the onboarding call, like I mentioned. What type of projects do you want? What demographic are these people? What do they ultimately want? What's the dream outcome for these projects? What are they searching up into Google, right? And so this might be an example of an avatar similar to what Grant's looking for that we could try to attract to the website. Homeowner, higher salary, 45 to 60 years old, kind of demographic range, probably looking for a bigger project. And so ultimately, everything after the onboarding call is going to be determined by the type of client that we're looking to find. And so there's got to be a funnel to the website, and every single point of that funnel has to be optimized. And so for Grant, most of his points in the funnel were already optimized. Great reviews, awards, great portfolio, house profile. The website was just the missing link here. Okay. And it still is. And we're still doing optimization on this. Of course, we're very, very early on in the process, but we've already seen great results thus far. You can see from this chart here, every single channel that you use to attract customers, whether it's from referrals, cold calling, LinkedIn, anything that you use, it all flows to your website. People are vetting you out ultimately on your website, especially in the home service industry. If you were looking for bigger projects, they're vetting you out, right? They're not just going to hire anybody based off of a cool Instagram. They're looking at your website, looking at your projects, looking at your reviews. And so the website is the ultimate high leverage piece of the marketing funnel that people come back to. And so that's why we really want to optimize the website. So depending on what systems you already have in place, we're either going to run ads for our clients or do an SEO campaign to drive more traffic to the site. So SEO typically takes longer than ads, but ads cost money, of course. So in Grant's case, we use SEO because his website was already getting traffic. He wasn't running ads already. And so we just needed to convert more of the traffic that he was getting. So below is our process for driving traffic to our clients' websites via SEO. I'm not going to go over this whole thing because it's pretty intensive. There's a whole video on YouTube for it, which I'll link in the description that you can see. Click on and watch yourself. And I go over this entire process. And there's more videos on the channel as well if you want to check them out. How do we convert visitors to leads on the website? So when we're getting visitors to the website, when we're getting traction and more of it, how do we convert those visitors, those cold organic visitors, into leads? Okay. And we want to get more leads. So while Grant had a decent website, it just wasn't good enough to convert new clients. Okay, it was good, had great pictures. He had a great photographer, but the way that the website was laid out, it wasn't good enough for converting new leads. So when someone comes to a website organically, there's questions popping up in their mind. And some of these questions are, do they offer the thing I'm looking for? Have they done this for other people before? If so, how did it go, right? They're looking at your portfolio and your projects, the work that you've done for the past clients. How do they accomplish this? What makes them different from everybody else? What is the next step I need to take? Most websites maybe answer 1 to 2 of these questions. And so we want to answer all of them so that the organic visitors are more inclined to take the next steps. So when it came to Grant's old website, it didn't answer these questions by not showing his awards, not properly showcasing the projects, his services. It had a landing page. Literally, when you went onto the website, it was just one landing page with a picture, his name at the front, and then a button in the top right corner that was kind of harder to see. And it said like enter now or something like that, was really vague. And so most people that clicked on the website, the link to the website, they weren't even seeing anything. Okay. And so we took that off right away. And so the landing page is now his website. I'll show you it at the end of the video if you stick around so that you can see what we actually did for him. So what we did was made some small tweaks on the website, which made a huge difference. These tweaks were removing the landing page with no content, like I mentioned, adding calls to action through the site, so it made it a lot more functional, and easier for someone to reach out if they wanted to. We changed the tagline on the hero section to be more relevant to his services, added his awards, which are his social proof, onto the home page, optimized the website for SEO, created a contact form that can get more details about the project, like the budget, location, phone number, etc., so that he can verify and qualify people a lot sooner on in the process. So all of these items were not done on the website before. We literally created a funnel within a larger funnel to get more leads. And that's really what a website is just creating a funnel so that when people get onto it, they're funneled into a call to action, which is ultimately reaching out to you to get a free quote. So now leads are coming in. Grant already had leads when we signed on with him, but he didn't have a CRM. And so what we want to do is help manage and convert these leads into closed deals. And so how do we do that for Grant? With Grant and all of our clients, we help them either set up or optimize their current CRM. This is done by vetting out the right type of clients. So to do this, we first created a better contact form on the website. We asked better questions, like what is your budget? Where are you located? Describe your project in detail. What type of project is this? Is this just a new build? Is this a small renovation project? Is this a value add project? Maybe it's an Airbnb where you want to add a section of the home so that you can increase the amount of the amount that you're renting it out for. What project is it? After that, we set Grant up with a CRM, which he didn't have before. Everything was done on paper or just in the mind, which is not a great way of running things, especially when you're getting more leads and you have a lot more quotes and prospects to manage. A lot of the time, things are slipping through the cracks, right? You're losing leads, losing out on deals that you could have otherwise gotten because you're not fully optimized, all right? So we did a research on a number of CRMs during this process. And so we decided to stick with HubSpot for him. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. It just matters that you use it and use it well. So I'm not really recommending HubSpot for anybody. If it works for you, it works great for Grant, but ultimately just choose one and stick with it. So using a CRM, it's going to help you manage the flow and the quality of leads. It's going to give you more data over time about what your close rate is, how many of the leads you get are actually qualified, what's the total amount of dollars in your pipeline, how much of those dollars did you close. All of those really important data points to ultimately help you make better marketing decisions moving forward. Usually, it helps you to send quotes, contracts, and make sure that you're following up with everyone in your pipeline. Okay, so you're saving a lot of time. So, conclusion. After doing this, Grant got and closed $140,000 in renovation projects within the first 21 days of working together. This was achieved through the rigorous onboarding stage, doing a deep dive into the target market, finding out who these people are that he's trying to attract. What do they want? Finding out who they are, implementing it. So adjusting the messaging on his website to reflect the wants of his target market and creating a detailed contact form to vet out those unqualified prospects right away. Leads and deal tracking. So getting him set up with a CRM, inputting all of his current deals into the CRM so that we can really see the pipeline from a high level. And people think digital marketing and building a website is a walk in the park. But ultimately, it's not. There's so many more factors that go into it, like a CRM, right? Like your entire funnel of marketing, every single channel that you're using to acquire customers needs to be optimized fully. And so there's so many small little variables that need to be adjusted, and this is what we're doing with Grant. So if you're a home service business doing $3 to $10 million a year in revenue, and you don't have a marketing system that can generate you leads consistently and the right type of leads, we're going to help you add at least $100,000 in revenue in under 90 days to prove that our system works. And if it doesn't work, you get a refund. And so if that sounds like you can click the button below to book a time on my calendar, get in, 30-minute call, just a quick conversation to talk about your business, talk about your goals. It's no pressure. And at the very least, you walk away with some insights that you can implement right away into your marketing systems and generate results for completely free. What I want to do now is quickly, before the video ends, show you Grant's new website and actually what we implemented for him so that you can see the tangible difference. So this is his old website here. You can see nothing really special as we scroll down. Like I mentioned, it's not terrible. It's just lacking a lot of information. The website is a little bit too minimalistic and there's not enough to show how he's different, what he actually does, and why someone should go with him. And so I'll go right now to the new website. This is his new website here. As you can see, incorporating some of the things that we really wanted to showcase to potential customers, like the awards, like what he actually does, custom home builds and renovation specialist on the North Shore, as well as calls to action. Keeping in mind that we're trying to attract people here who aren't the most tech savvy, most likely. And so we want to make the functionality super, super easy. We want to make it minimalistic, but also talk a little bit more about what he does and showcase the projects that he's worked on, a little bit more information about the company, right? So that people can actually see, hey, what does this person do? Are they going to be a good fit for me? And am I going to be inclined to actually reach out to this person? And that's exactly what we accomplished with this new website. Like I mentioned before, we didn't change a whole lot. We didn't just fully recreate this website to something that's unrecognizable, where if a referral came in that's seen the old website, they would be completely baffled and probably not recognize this company. You can still tell this is Arcaro Homes, and you can't see it because of the cropping, but there is a logo on the left-hand side of the screen. Either way, this website is getting great results for him, and we've seen it already just through the results that have already come in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the website yourself. It's arcarohomes.com. And if you do have a renovation project on the North Shore here in Vancouver, definitely hit up Grant from Arcaro Homes. Thanks and subscribe.